Holiday-style chicken salad, perfect for Christmas or other special occasions. I'm starting by adding half of a red onion, sliced into thin strips. I also add half of a green bell pepper, sliced into strips. Now I saute the onion and pepper together until they're soft. Next, I add about 10½ ounces of cooked chicken breast. I mix well so the chicken absorbs the flavor of the sauteed onion and pepper. I stir carefully. This chicken is already cooked and shredded. I added a bit of smoked paprika and just a pinch of salt. Now I adjust the flavor with a little more salt and some pepper to taste. I let everything cook together for about 3 minutes. This allows the chicken to absorb all the flavors. The chicken is now fully sauteed. It's very well seasoned. I turn off the heat and set it aside for a moment. In another pot with already boiling water, I add 1 teaspoon of salt. Then I add 2 potatoes sliced into thin strips, and also 2 carrots cut the same way. I mix everything and let it cook for exactly 2 minutes. This timing is ideal to keep them al dente. The potatoes and carrots have cooked for 2 minutes. They shouldn't cook any longer so they don't fall apart later. Now I remove the vegetables from the hot water, and I place them directly into a bowl of ice water to stop the cooking process. This prevents them from getting too soft or breaking apart when mixed. Now I'm going to prepare a creamy dressing for the salad. In a bowl, I add about 7 ounces of heavy cream. I add a pinch of salt, a pinch of smoked paprika, a little black pepper, and about 7 ounces of mayonnaise. I mix everything together until I get a smooth and creamy sauce. Everything is well mixed now. The sauce is ready. I set this mixture aside for now. In a large bowl, I place the cooked carrots and potatoes. I add 2 apples, diced into small cubes. I also add the sauteed chicken we prepared earlier, and 1 can of well-drained corn with peas. I gently mix all of these ingredients. I stir slowly to avoid breaking the ingredients. Now I add about 7 ounces of ham, sliced into thin strips. I also add pitted olives, sliced into rounds. You can use green or black ones, depending on your preference. Raisins! I add them to taste, as you prefer. And now I mix all of these salad ingredients together. It already looks delicious and colorful. Always mix from the bottom up to combine everything without breaking it apart. Now everything is well combined. I add about 3½ ounces of mozzarella cheese, sliced into strips like the ham. Keeping the same cut gives the dish a more uniform and appealing look. I also add 3 generous handfuls of shoestring potatoes. That will add a delicious crunch. Next, I add half of the sauce we prepared. I mix a little at first, then I add the rest of the sauce. Now I just mix everything until it's well coated in the sauce. I've already mixed the whole salad. It turned out super creamy and incredibly tasty. Now I transfer it to a large serving dish. I spread it evenly using a spatula. I distribute it nicely across the dish. Everything is well spread out. I just topped it with a little more shoestring potatoes. And that's it. It's ready to serve. Look how delicious it turned out.